it offends you, if it offends you that I eat pork, then that makes it sin. Because of the offense involved. See what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay.
So like people eating pork, I mean, because it says there's a scripture that paraphrases, unto the pure all things are pure. You know what I mean? But to the undefiled and unbelieving, it's evil. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah, I mean, Jesus changed a lot of things in the Old Testament. I mean, and it's not that he really changed them because he didn't come to change them. Because I was studying this a couple weeks ago about something. It was about another issue.
mm-hmm.
So anyway, and then I'm going to do your intake. I'm going to preach to you first. I can make my phone.
Just 1 Timothy 2:11-12.
Is that where it talks about that?
Well, I know the woman is not to assert authority over the man.
Oh,
So
come on.
so hey,
I am
but
old. I know some.
so all right, but yeah, I'll try to find the scripture.
What does it say about stumbling blocks in the New Testament?
According to Bible study tools, 6. If any of you put a stumbling block before one of these little ones who believe in me, it would be better for you if a great millstone were fastened around.
Oh yeah.
Never put a stumbling block there.
So yeah, I feel like that's what I feel like. It's a stumbling block in front of the poor and the afflicted people, like pork and sausage, and because on the dollar bill it says in God we trust, and just what Isaiah says about those sanctifying themselves with abominable meats, the Lord's gonna consume. So it's just like.
Paul now warns those clearing their conscience about eating idol food. Through carelessness in exercising their right to eat, they might cause others to stumble. He uses the term something.
Because the swine goes from Mark 5:11-16. It speaks about how the Messiah, who they even call Jesus, his real name's Yahweh Shai, he cast the devils into the swine.
Right,
So,
but he didn't cast it into all swine. It was just those swines.
well, I feel like
Pigs.
I feel like the swine is the swine. There's just no new thing under the sun. Everything's continued since the
I ain't
beginning.
giving up bacon. Neither is my cat, by the way.
I mean, like, yeah, I grew up eating sausage and stuff like this, and then it was until I had my spiritual awakening when
I did go through a phase when I was young.
I used to wake up, depressed, and now I'm not so depressed because I started trying to follow, but the Messiah, he had to go through these same tribulations, you would say, so I feel like when we're born, whether you're a man or a woman, we're just, the dietary laws, I don't think those have been done away with, you know what I mean, according.
Well, I think, but it does talk. Paul does talk about, and what he was talking about in that one instance was people found it an abomination to eat the food that had been like
Sacrificed on
idol.
Yeah.
Okay, so but he said he didn't have a problem eating it because it didn't have any meaning to him. But if it became a stumbling block for others, then it was a sin if he ate it.
Right. So yeah, if it was a stumbling block, that's the only way I can see it being a stumbling block is if the swine is still unclean. You know what I mean? If like you said, those swine compared to this swine, what makes this swine any different from?
Because there ain't no demons in this swine. He casted demons in those swine.
So
Your beliefs are your beliefs, okay? But when Jesus came, he came to save us from a lot of stuff. Like the Old Testament laws, I think there's 30,000 of them or something.
Well,
That's
I
what
think
somebody
there's
said the other day.
360 laws in the Bible, but society, they make laws every day.
Right, we're talking about just the biblical law. And you can't follow all that. And so the law was to show us A lot of it's
just the best of our
man-made stuff.
ability. We try to, you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
but
So
it's just to show us our need for a